This video was brought to you by Chambry Financial Consulting, Kilmax Civil Engineering, and Awake Water.
Five on the field, guys, ready to play. At the red line to start, thank you.
Just about kicked off there by Marcel. It is Tropi in their blue. Straight away with Liam Campbell being on the ball. He's a strong player. He's passing it around to Bo Henderson. Bo plays it back to Campbell. Possible long range effort. Flicks it through off, I think it was to Silva's head or neck. It wasn't really a great pass, and Oscar calms things down, and Tropi look extremely calm on the ball. We're live here from Concord Recreational Centre, and it is a perfect surface here indoor. We are playing at the blue lines, and Tropi in their blue shirts and black shorts and mostly white socks, and we have FC Bill Shankly in their red tops and black shorts and some black socks, some red socks, some white. And Thomas, who was on the ball there, you can see him on the ball now, grey-haired lad in the middle, absolutely class. He's always trying to nutmeg, he's always trying to change into different positions and get shots off left-footed or right-footed. Kong plays the ball, coming towards Marcel, who takes a touch backwards. FC Bill Shankly do have a quality keeper in goals, that is Ben Newen. Will be a corner for FC Bill Shankly. Played back. Mohammed about to have a shot, blocked down really well by Bo. He got out there the quickest of anybody there. He's a good defender. Oscar just hanging around up front a little bit. Marcel plays it inside to Kong. Cleared out there by Bo, and it will be a kick in to FC Bill Shankly. Got two referees here, one on each side. Thomas plays it across to Mohammed, gets it out of his feet, has an effort, comes off Bo, falls to Thomas, just about to have another shot and step overs left and right, and left-footed shot there, saved by Liam Havlano, throws it long, flick on, and that is saved by Ben in goals. Thomas on the ball, twisting and turning. He's just a delight to watch. I believe he's played in the ranks of Bayern München in Bavaria, in Germany, at academy level or underage level, and he's still got the quality in his 50s. I believe the FC Bill Shankly have been playing here for about a decade or more. Tropi, I would reckon, playing about 3 or 4 years, but I stand to be corrected on that. Thrown long to Oscar, who is their goal scorer and does score a goal. Absolutely gorgeous first touch. He was facing away from goal. Lovely turn. Got the power past Ben Newen in goals. Unlucky there for Ben, but it is 1-0 to Tropi. Getting forward again now. It had been all pressure from the Reds, but one little counter attack, one long ball from Havlano, and put the boys in blue 1-0 up. Silva trying to link up with Oscar on the ball. Excellent feed again by Oscar. He's under pressure from 3 of them, and he's putting pressure on 3 of them nonetheless. And Marcel, who doesn't love to be fouled, is maintaining possession here as the Blues are getting into him. He's gone past to Silva. Oscar stepping over nicely. That one didn't work, and he gives a little bit of an apology, and Newen just throws it out to Kong. Kong into Thomas. Thomas weighing up his options, loves to dribble forward as he's weighing up those options, always scanning, seeing what's available. Mohammed at the back post, and he does put it in. It is 1-1. It was nice play by Kong on the far side, getting that pass through, and he's sharing the congratulations and will make a substitute. I think Marcel, possibly Gustavo, will be coming on. It is Gustavo who has come on, and referee says there was no deflection there. That is a keeper's ball thrown into Marcel. Not sure if that was a 2-touch pass, to be honest. It was a half a shout from the Tropi boys. Might have been a touch in red there that the referee on the far side hadn't seen. Decent shot came in from De Silva out for a corner, saved by Newen. Oscar slowing it down, he's got 5 seconds in total. Thomas somehow kept that in excellently. He just slaloms past players. Excellent 3-on-2 situation, and Marcel didn't go forward with him, and they seem to be leaving the shots to Mohammed, the big man at the back. He's had 1 goal already and he's had multiple attempts. Oscar looking around. It's indirect and he was looking for somebody to get in there. De Silva didn't get in the box, and we do have a couple of changes on the Tropi side and just outside the net. Another change as well coming on. I think that's Samuel Rodriguez who's coming on in defence for Tropi. They do make changes very, very quickly here, and you must change in between the white markers on the R1 side, the first assistant side. Tropi half a chance. Newen comes out and takes it. Looking for options. He's only got 5 seconds as well. Thought that pass was going back to the keeper. You're not allowed to do that. Marcel plays it into Thomas, trying to feed a ball into Gustavo, who's just come on. Gustavo will take that one short to Thomas, as they like to do. Marcel. It was half a shot, half a pass. He was under pressure and Thomas couldn't deflect it on goal. Hovlano throws it long again. Oscar has stayed on the pitch. We do have a couple of subs. I think that's De Silva playing it in. Passing it around and trying to turn on the ball. Rodriguez and Silva playing some good stuff on the left hand side. Rodriguez just looking at the camera there a little bit closely, and Marcel plays it across to Thomas, trying to skip inside. Rodriguez turns, plays it to Oscar. Oscar twisting and turning outside of the boot pass. Rodriguez did well to maintain possession. Does keep it in play, and it is a keeper's ball. Gustavo, dummy pass to Thomas. Not one of Thomas's better passes, and Rodriguez trying to link up with Oscar. De Silva had made that run as well. Comes back to Oscar. Ball to feet, looking for a 1-2, and does go out for a corner. A lot of the fans thought that that was in the back of the net. They're behind the goal waiting on the next game. It is 1-1 here at the Recreation Centre in Concord. And slow down when it needs to be slowed down, and sped up when it needs to be sped up. And Gustavo has an effort, and there's a bit of a slight challenge that comes in there, and the referee's just coming over to have a word with his assistant referee, and it is a penalty. There was a slide in the box. You may not go to ground, and it is a penalty for FC Bill Shankly. Referee just explaining that and asking who the penalty taker is. Will be Marcel, it looks like, against Hovlano. He's a big, solid player, keeper. Hovlano can't get to it, and it is 2-1 to FC Bill Shankly. Referee just coming to change the scoreboard, and Tropi won't be too worried. A bed has come on. The left hand side, that is him now. Tries to find feet, a bed can't find feet. Runs it back though nicely, plays left and right footed. Comes off blue, it should be a red ball in my opinion. The bed is not too satisfied with that, but I think the referee is right. Back to Thomas, nice little chip over to Gustavo, and Thomas gets on it again. Lovely pass to Marcel. Thomas, lovely feet. People will watch back this video and go, he's probably one of the better older players, not just in this tournament, not just in Concord, not just in Sydney or Australia, maybe the world. Absolutely the quickest feet for someone of his age probably out there. Marcel had an effort and goes out for a corner. I think that deflected off Christopher Lopez. Comes in another corner. We'll have Lano just organising it at the back. I thought it was going to be a different Irish name, to be honest. When I saw Liam and then I saw the I was going, alright, what's the last name here? and then it is an Italian name. So I wonder if he's taken a little bit of both from each side of the family, kept the O from the Irish side and the Liam from the Irish side, and Havlano probably, I'm thinking, is Italian in that regard. Corner coming in, Thomas breaks out with it though and can't link up with Mohammed. Marcel is telling him he should be able to get onto that ball. He's one of the original goal scorers. Long range effort just over the bar. That was a good effort from Liam Campbell. He's back on the field. Throw in by Newell. Intercepted by Rodriguez. Mohammed in there as well. Played to Marcel on the left hand side. Has an effort. Saved by Havlano, and he's always looking to throw it long. Gustavo knows that now. He goes long himself, and Havlano leaves it out of play. Just over 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half as Newen makes a breakfast, lunch and dinner meal out of that long throw, but finally got it. Thomas plays it to Marcel. Marcel looking for options, back to Thomas, scoops it through. Vlano comes out nicely and just clears it long. Absolutely fine just to deal with that. Gustavo being faced by Oscar. Play down the line. Marcel definitely will go to ground in those situations, and the big lad Liam Campbell at the back is kind of looking at the ref going, that was extremely soft, but the player stops and you run into him and he goes down. Referee's only really going to make one decision. You need to be jumping over him in those situations or coming to a complete stop and no contact at all. Poor corner from Marcel, and Oscar punishes. He's made it 2-1. It was a shocking corner. It didn't find red at all. Oscar, who had stayed forward, was delighted for that situation. Made it 2-2. They're back in the game, Tropi. Were they ever out of it, they'll say. Gustavo, Thomas. Thomas plays it again for Marcel down the line. Nice ball by Kong. Can't be found again by Gustavo, who's come on, and I think it's Bo who's breaking on the right hand side. Can't keep that in play. It just leaves the ball there. Thomas looking to twist and turn. Just a gorgeous player to commentate on, and a gorgeous player to referee or play on the same team as. And seems to be Liam Campbell hasn't learned his lesson that Marcel will keep going down, and Campbell is having a word with the referee on the far side going, I'm barely touching him and he's going down. Don't touch him at all. And to put your hands up and stand still, and he could be booked for diving in that instance. I'm sure Liam will learn that lesson after watching this video as our bed comes off, and I think it is De Silva coming back on. Long ball from Campbell. Can't be found up front at all there, and good challenge coming forward on the break and having a shot cleared by Kong. Comes back out to Campbell with the scissors kick. Oscar will claim that. He's got a deflection, and I think it's going to be a hat-trick for Campbell, and Marcel is having a word to him. He's really having a word to him. It's something that we do see now and again in futsal, that players get highly emotional when they go behind, and they are behind. But what a lovely scissor kick it was. Gorgeous by Liam Campbell. Absolutely class, and Oscar, I'm sure, has claimed his hat-trick getting ahead on that. Gustavo plays it into Marcel, receives it back again to Thomas. Gustavo rolling it, stepping on it, stopping defenders, and he's excellent stuff. Bo is in there right away, and he stops the ball and draws a defender, plays it off Gustavo. Comes back to Campbell. Campbell driving again and having an effort. Comes off Gustavo. You don't think he's going to shoot in the last second. There's the power, be it with a toe or outside of the boot. Decent effort by Campbell. Good movement again by Campbell. He's had half an effort. Will be another corner. Referees have called it. Pushing on to a couple of minutes to half time. FC Bill Shankly were ahead 2-1. Now they're losing 3-2 as Thomas does come off and Mohammed comes on within 5 metres of that kick in from the side, but we're playing on. Marcel tries to go past one. It looks like the possible free kick. Bo was the one adjudged to have fouled him there. Referee on the far side has made a decision. We'll have to see, is that going to be a free kick? I think it is. Marcel will let you know if it is a free kick, that player. He's from the Czech Republic as well. Played out to Marcel, looking to find feet. Excellent stuff. Bo gets in there brilliantly and plays it to the Silva back post, just behind Oscar. Was the right idea. Nice little left-footed effort there from Andrea de Silva trying to cross it. Mohamed, Gustavo, Marcel. Oscar comes back and it is cleared out by Rodriguez, I believe. Oscar gets another one too. The blue boys shoulder each other. Hands come out from both of boys. What do you get? Mohamed. They've had a decent share of possession here, FC Bill Shankly. They are ballers on the team, passing around extremely well. Gustavo confident on the ball as well, confident protecting it. Falls the ball at the back. Lovely ball. Chance for Oscar. Good tackle in the end though. He got back extremely well, Marcel. Not one of his main attributes in this game. Half time called by the referee, and this video is sponsored by Awake Water, the finest water in New South Wales. You can purchase Awake Water at awakewater.earth, and if you use the code football25 you'll get a free bottle on your first purchase. We will be back with the second half in just a moment as the benches switch sides.
Dropping to kick off.
Back here with the second half between Tropi. Wow, what an effort straight away there with the left foot. They are playing against FC Bill Shankly here at Concord Recreation Centre, and it's been a cracking first half. It is Tropi in their blue, black shorts and mostly black socks against FC Bill Shankly, who are slightly older than the boys. And it's Mohammed passing around to Thomas, who I'd mentioned previously had been with the Bayern Munich Academy. Making a bit of a meal of that at the back there, the keeper, but trying to get on the ball nonetheless. The Tropi boys and playing around Big Liam, playing it forward to Rodriguez, who turns nicely in. On the ground, Marcel knew exactly what he's doing. He thinks he's a cunning player, but referees can see through that stuff, especially if they are players as well. And referee indicates it is an indirect free kick, and that is volleyed back, but it is out of play. And Ben Nguyen will take this one for FC Bill Shankly, and the boys in blue have had a cracking first half and will look to stay very much on top of that in the second half. But it is a free kick now to FC Bill Shankly here at the Concord Oval Recreational Centre, and Thomas, absolute class player from the Czech Republic, of which Ireland will be facing in the World Cup qualifiers in their first game, and hopefully Ireland will have a second game. We'll have to talk to Thomas about that. Looking to do Ronaldinho, kind of a toe bang outside of the boot, difficult to do with a futsal ball. It will be a kick in from the side for Thomas, and plays it straight off a big chest there. That was Bo Henderson, and Bo has kept it in play, and it seems to be a standoff here. It's an unusual thing to see, and Bo played games and knew exactly what he was doing in those games, and tries to get it forward to Rodriguez as well. Thomas plays it back to Mohammed. He's intercepting. The ball goes out for a blue ball. Comes all the way back to Bo. Looking for options right and left. And someone's got buckled in the middle. And the referee has seen that. And just coming in there, I think it was Samuel Rodriguez that got knocked over. Referees just having a word to each other. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any card at this point. Marcel is being spoken to, and the referee is marching the wall back. No card there for FC Bill Shankly. Chance here. Bo's going to take this one. Hits it straight off the wall, straight at Marcel there, who was the person who did that foul. I think it was Mohammed who did the foul, but Marcel was being spoken to. Rodriguez hits one, trying to make it 4-2 for the Tropi boys. Looking for a corner there, and they do get one. That did come off Newman in goals. Not Bowling comes forward at all, but excellent feet here. Absolutely class by Liam Campbell. Thomas trying to break. Speaking of excellent feet, comes back to Mohammed, who doesn't have the excellent feet that Thomas. And an excellent feet, scoring a goal. Absolutely class from Campbell there, as I was talking about his feet, to make it 4-2. It was between himself and Thomas. Thomas tried to get out of it, and that's what will happen against Ireland as well. Any dilly-dallying by the Czechs, and it'll be put away by big lads that we have up front. That Campbell comes off for a substitute. It looks like those benches will have to change sides. Campbell had lost something on the way, actually. I'm not sure what that was. It might have been a gift for his 18th birthday or something that he holds on to dearly, and trying to play around here and have an effort. FC Bill Shankly, and it is Marcel taking that contact back to Newen. Plays it out wide, and Thomas in possession now. And plays it to Mohammed, being pressed well by the Tropi boys, and good feet in here. Thomas with a chance with his left foot, sweeps it back to his right to Marcel, and they play some gorgeous stuff, they really do, but they seem to leave it to Mohammed to have these shots at the end of the play, and that seemed to have gotten a corner or gotten a touch as well, and the referee is indicating that it is a blue ball for Tropi. Ball looks to link up with the sub who has just come on there, and it is Oscar. He scored a couple in the first half, and he's a good baller. He's got one deflection as well that I'd probably given to him, but the big man was calling that. Liam Campbell, you think he's got a brace, but Oscar plays it off Marcel. Decent battle between the two of them. One is an absolute gentleman, other seems to question referees an awful lot. Thomas comes in and puts it out of play. Will be a corner for the Tropi boys. Lots of movement from the Tropi boys up front. You could see Henderson was moving. You could see also that the big man Liam Campbell going towards the front post. That is put in excellently, as I was just checking the name sheet there, making it 5-2 for the Tropi boys. This is where it seems that FC Bill Shankly will lose their cool a little bit. Even though they're excellent ballers, they just seem to be a different team when it goes against them in this sort of situation, which is just going against them now with a 3-goal deficit. Corner comes in, might have come off Henderson. Not at all according to the ref, and that's Abed who's come on the far side as well. Oscar trying to get his hat-trick, plays it off Mohammed. Got Campbell on the far side. Abed. Nice feet by Oscar, he's tackled well though. Abed, nice first time back, and Ball plays it out excellently again. These Tropi boys are good footballers. Nice one-touch stuff here, and nice little tricks and flicks. They don't try and get involved in the physicality unless it's taken up against them. Well able to handle it as well. They are big lads. Thomas playing it into Marcel's feet. Ball putting pressure on him, and it's back to Mohammed. Thomas, Marcel, Thomas again. Back post, nice little flicking. Didn't know an awful lot about that Gustavo. It wasn't Gustavo actually, that was Convu that put that into the back of the onion bag. Brought it back to 5-3 here, and talking about the good feet and lack of physicality. They've just conceded one there from excellent passing and didn't need any physicality in there as well. And what a long range pass there, and Oscar skims it perfectly off the inside of the post, but not perfectly inside the post. It goes across the goal and goes out. He can't believe it. It was a lovely ball. I think that was played by De Silva. He's just come on, and Mohamed gets it back to Thomas, turns on his left, plays it outside Kongvu, and little deflection taken up there by the keeper. He is a class man. We'll have Lano, Marcel, Thomas under a lot of pressure. Referee gives nothing, and rightly so. Oscar tries to go past the keeper. Nguyen comes out and does brilliantly, and Abed puts it to bed into the back of the net. Excellent finish there. Haaland-esque, putting it in the top corner, the left-footed tall man. It's 6-3 at the moment. Concord Oval, an absolute quality tournament that's on here year-round. They do play in it year-round, FC Bill Shankly, and it is Thomas who leads that forward for them, the Czech man. They do, as I mentioned, hear him say a few Czech words now and again that I'm familiar with from my time when I was living in Germany. We had Czech friends. Adam Beyer, his dad was the CEO of Skoda at the time, and that's how you pronounce it, guys. It is Skoda, and it is Oscar playing it out wide, couldn't get it out there though, and Kongvu plays it back to Mohamed, who made that good challenge. Marcel on the far side. It is very much back and forward futsal, similar to a basketball court, you'll understand it. DeAndre, lovely feet, has one with his left, or De Silva, Andre De Silva, not DeAndre. Just put that outside the post. We don't have long to go here. It is 6 minutes and 40 seconds in the second half here at the Concord Oval. It is FC Bill Shankly in their red, playing against Tropi FC. The young lads against the slightly older lads, and that was a long range effort. It did come off a blue shirt, and it will be a corner. I think that came off Christopher Lupus, who was playing in defence there. He's just come on again. Team's warming up just behind him as Liam Havlano looking for options. Oh, little flick on from Oscar. That was class. It was all about the delivery from Havlano, and just looking at him, I did look at a video yesterday, and it was the highlights of Buffon, who played for Juventus, and Havlano saves that with his leg. As I was just talking about Buffon, and Buffon had saved some amazing amount of saves with his legs in these early days, and Havlano is absolutely pumped after that. Played long. Good effort from a tight angle there, and Kongvu gets rid of it via pass to Thomas, and it's a 3-on-3 situation. Marcel is calling a free kick there, and the referees do agree there. There wasn't much contact, but he was obstructed, and that will be a free kick to the boys in blue. 10 minutes or so gone here in the second half, and Marcel was pushing and battling there, and Rodriguez was on top of him, nothing given. Christopher as well, Lupus doing very, very well, and it goes out for a corner. 7-3. This game is almost gone to bed, but it is a decent standard of football here at the Concord Oval Recreation Centre. Let's put in to De Silva. Goes out for another corner. I think it came off Thomas, putting good pressure on. He's never the full 5 back. I know that from refereeing in Thomas. He's always just slightly ahead of it. And the two Czech boys, Marcel and Thomas, try to get forward. Good contact there by Rodriguez, putting it out for a kick into the side. Thomas just puts excellent pace on the pass, and that's twice. Comes back to him, and just out of reach for him to put it into the net, and Kongvu reaches nicely. Comes back a half chance here, but Mohamed does well, and he's asking the question, was on foul there, nothing given. Passing it around excellently. They really are in the second half. For a team that are behind by 4 goals, they are very confident in half a chance here for Henderson on the far side. Might have been Oscar, apologies. Thomas on the break here again. Henderson looking to come on. Oscar comes off and Henderson comes on. I wonder do they go to the same gym together, and Bo doesn't take a handshake there at all with Samuel Rodriguez. Absolutely nothing there. It was kind of a wave away from Bo. Gets it into the stomach there of Henderson. It's that non-fair play in your own team, really. That's the universe kind of going, there you go, Sonny, take that one in the gut. And looking for options and looking for decisions there. Bo Henderson just seemed to stop and putting pressure on there, and good little chip forward by Gustavo. Couldn't find Thomas, and referee does call it for a throw out for Lano. And can he throw it out? I'd hate to say it, but he's probably a cricket player as well. I'm not the biggest fan of cricket, to be honest, but that was a real nice bowler over arms played to Thomas. He is the Czech man. He is Thomas Delesk, formerly of Bayern Munich Academy, and we're absolutely delighted to have his quality on show here on Podge's Punditry. And we've got about 2.5 minutes to play. It is back to Bo at the back. Tries to switch it in there to Henderson. Thomas teaches him a thing or two about skill. Thomas again on the ball, trying to link with Gustavo. Bo trying to come out and break it, but he's met with Marcel, and Bo reaches just in time to get a little toe poke as Marcel was calling for the effort. It seemed like it was an alright challenge looking back on it. Referee has given the free kick. I think he's just challenged from the wrong side as he was trying to get back there, Bo, and Marcel, as he does, will always call for those free kicks. Kong Vu winding up with his Keane shirt on the back. Big Roy Keane fan. He doesn't play like Roy Keane. Thomas doesn't either. Marcel is a little bit like that. Long range effort from Bo, just goes outside the post. Thomas on the break, 3v2, and Kong plays it inside, and Marcel could have squeezed that lead into a more minor lead. There wasn't any touching. It is with Liam O'Havlano. Throws it out. Henderson on the ball, really slowing it down when they can, but can't slow it down that much. Thomas is on top of you. Henderson looking for Bo, plays it long, a delicious ball. It was Andre De Silva who'd gotten forward on the far side there. Newen throws it out. Marcel, Thomas on the ball, trying to link with Gustavo, and Thomas said, I'll have to go get that. You're not on your toes, young man. Thomas is in his 50s, folks. This video is sponsored by Awake Water, the finest water in New South Wales. Your body is 70 to 90% water. You definitely should be drinking good water if you're an athlete. De Silva chipped onto the keeper, knew it, and it was a good chance for the big man Campbell, who had gotten forward, and Rodriguez trying to put that one in. Still on the ball, Campbell, as the time is ticking down, 10 seconds to go, and turning one way and the other, cleared out. Big man at the back, Bo hits one, smacks one into the Keane shirted. Chance here at the end. There seemed to be a foul, but there seemed to be an advantage as well at the end, and it is the final whistle, and it is 8-3 to the boys from Tropi. They've been absolutely clinical. They really have, from Campbell, Henderson, Lupus, Abed, Oscar, Rodriguez, De Silva, and Havlano, trying to give it an Irish twist, but he's definitely Italian, and he is a class player in goals. Buffon like for Tropi. It's ended 8-3 at the Concord Oval here. This video is sponsored by Awake Water.